Hello, loves. Welcome back to my space. To be making this pretty gown that has a drawstring in front of the neckline. So, if this is something you're interested in, please stick around as we get the tutorial started. If this is your first time, thank you for stopping by, and if you're a previous subscriber, thank you for sticking with me. So, I'll be using an Adire crepe for this style. It's 4 yards of Adire crepe. It's not too soft, so it's quite thick. It is 4 yards. So the first thing I did was I folded my fabric into two. So we're cutting the back and the front differently. And I'm using the entire length of the Adire, which is by 60. So I'll just come down from that edge by 1 inch from my shoulder slope. Then I'll just use my ruler to mark it out like this. I use my ruler to mark it out like this. So I'm going to cut it off. I cut it off. After that, you're going to go with your neck depth and your neck width, which I did 7 inches by 7 inches. It is quite wide, so if you don't want your hand to be very wide, you do maybe 6 inches by 6 inches or 5 inches, because you are going to have a drawstring at the front of the neckline, so it's going to pull it together. So I did 7 inches by 7 inches. It is 7 inches wide and it is 7 inches deep. I hope you understand that. So depending on your choice how you want your neckline to be, but it has to be a bit bigger than the normal neckline, because that's what's going to bring that drawstring effect when you put a rope through it. So you just do what you want, but make sure it's wider than your usual neckline. So I'm just going to take the entire remaining fabric from my sleeve length for now. So for the sleeve width, I use 13 inches. So I'm just going to cut it out. Cut the neckline out this way. It's very wide, as I told you, it's very wide. So depending on what you want, you can see how wide it is. So I'm going to get another piece of fabric to use to turn the neckline. My Adire fabric was not remaining, so I use this black fabric I had left, and I'm just going to place it like this, trim out the neckline and stitch it right side facing each other. Then I'll flip it over. I hope you understand. So I'm just arranging it, and I'm going to just cut out the neckline. So I'm just going to cut out the neckline now. Yes, then I'll remove it like this and place right side facing each other. Then stitch around the neckline all the way around. I'll stitch around the neckline all the way around. It is right side facing each other. Right side facing each other. So after stitching it, sorry, this is what it looks like. I'm just going to make a bit of, I'll just notch around it a bit so that when I flip it over, it will be to come out properly. You can go ahead and iron it properly too, so that your work will be neat. So I just notched it a bit around the neckline so that when I flip it over, it will just to stay in place properly. Then I flip it over. I hope you understand what I'm saying. Then you're going to cut out the excess fabric you have by the by the sleeve side. Just cut out the excess fabric. Cut out the excess fabric. I'll do the same thing for the other side. I'll do the same thing for the other side. And that's it. So you can see the neckline is properly turned over. So from this point, you are going to measure where you want your drawstring to start. But first of all, you are going to make about 1 inch stitch so that the ropes will be able to pass through it. So I just marked 1 inch and I drew the line all the way around to where I wanted it to stop. I drew it all the way around. So this is 1 inch. You can do 1.5, but I think 1 inch is okay so that your safety pin will be able to pass through it. I'll just stitch on it now, then I'll come back and show you what it looks like. It is 1 inch. Hope you understand. So after stitching it, I flip it over to the other side. I'm going to mark the midpoint from one point to another so that I'll make an opening in front that the drawstring is going to come out through. The ropes that I'm going to pass through it is going to come out through. So I'll just open it, just one. It's only the front are going to open up like this. Make sure it doesn't affect the back. After that, I have a rope that is about 30 inches. I stitch it all the way, about 30 or 34 inches. Just make it long enough. 34 inches, okay? I'll take my safety pin. Now pass the rope through that neckline. I'll pass the rope through it. This side is very simple. So if you have not yet subscribed to my channel, please help me subscribe, like, comment and share my videos so that the algorithm will help push my videos. You can see I flip it over. There's a space there that I'm going to pass through. If you flip your gown over, there's a space there. So you just pass the rope through it like that for the both sides. Pass the rope through it like this, and it's just going to come out through that opening I made earlier. You can see you now draw it all the way out, but make sure you don't draw it and pull everything out. Draw it this way, then you can see it's remaining small. I'm going to stitch that part down. So I just put my pin down. I pinned it down first of all before I went to my sewing machine to stitch on it. You pin it down, so you just top stitch on it like that to put it in place. You do the same thing for the other side. Pass the second rope from the other side. You can see I have fixed the both ropes, so you're just going to draw it. You drag it, do the same thing, pin it down and stitch it. Don't drag the rope all the way out, even though everything is going to pull out. You just stitch on that side and your rope is ready. After that, you can see everything is in place now. You are already top stitched, so the rope is properly secured. You just drag it, drag the second one, so you can see the neckline is going to get smaller after dragging it. So that's why your neckline has to be a bit wider than your normal neckline, but not too wide though. Then you tie the ropes, so you drag it as much as you want. Tie the rope and just place it there properly. And the front piece of this gown is is ready. You will notice that we have not done anything about the back. So after doing this, you flip it over like this, fold it into two. It's this one now, this new piece that you have that you're going to use to cut the back piece. Because of the drawstring in front, you have to drag it properly before you make the back piece. So I've already folded another fabric into two. Then you place the front piece on the back piece. I hope you're following what I'm saying. If you don't understand, you can ask your questions in the comment section and I'll definitely reply you. I'm just trying to put everything in place. Then you place it over the back piece. Try and put everything in place so that you cut out the neckline for the back. This is just me trying to put the fabric in place. That's how I'm moving about. After that, you're going to come down by 1 inch or 1.5 inches depending on your choice, but the back neckline is not as deep as the front neckline. So noting that neck width, you're just going to use the same thing for the neck width, but the depth is going to be different. I did 1.5 inches for the depth and I used the you can see the thing was not placed properly, so I had to fix it. So I just follow through like this, the exact width for the back. Then for the sleeve opening, I did 13 inches. I marked it out. And for the wideness of the gown, that's the width of the gown, I did my hips divided by 4, which is 11 inches, and I added 20 extra inches. So it's all depending on what you want. If you want it as big as mine, you add more inches. If you don't, just add few inches and you mark it out as you want. I added 20 more inches to mine. Then I'll just curve it like this as you usually do for our bubu. Then I'll cut out the excess fabric, and that's, we're almost done with the cutting of this gown. That's totally everything you need to know about the making of this gown. The next thing is to place your both the front and the back piece right side facing each other and stitch the side. You definitely turn the neckline for the back with a bias, or you fold it in. Stitch around the sides, fold the sleeves, and your gown is ready for you. So thank you very much for sticking with me to this point. If this is your first time, please subscribe to my channel to help me grow my page. Thank you. And if you're a returning subscriber, thank you for sticking with me. I hope you enjoyed this story. It's very simple to follow, totally beginner friendly. You see how neat everything came out. It's very easy to make. Under 10-20 minutes, you are done with this gown. It's very pretty, and you can work with the body measurement you want. It must not be the exact measurement I used. Yours can be smaller, your neckline can be smaller, and your gown can be smaller too. So depending on what you want. Thank you very much for watching to this point. Please engage in my videos, like, subscribe, comment, and share if it was useful. You can see how beautiful the gown came out. So please engage in my videos, and I'll see you all in my next tutorial. Thank you for watching, and see you guys next time. Bye.